Today I'll show you the ball knowledge fried rice. The reason I chose this dish is mostly because on days where I have to be vegetarian because of my religion, I want to eat something that can fill me up, not like a serving of rice and veggie curry that gets me hungry after 2 hours. And I'll show you step by step on how to make the ball knowledge fried rice and explain why I chose these ingredients and what benefits I gain off them. Get a big bowl and add about 3 cups of rice. Then get a liter of cold water and make sure you rinse off the rice thoroughly with your hands. It'll take a bit, at least 2 to 3 minutes. To get the bacteria off your rice bowl, add a bit of turmeric to the bowl and let it mix around a bit until you see fully yellow. And add some salt too, since they're also a great killer for bacteria. Then add 1 teaspoon of butter to make sure the rice doesn't get sticky after you put it in the rice cooker. Once closed, leave it about 15 minutes. Get 1 red onion, cut them in half, and then later try to dice them into smaller bits. Initially, I wanted to add green onions to the dish, but since I had a fever around that time, we stuck with a red onion instead. As you can tell, I'm currently crying as I try to cut the onions, and I currently am struggling to get a grip on all of the pieces in general. My mom was laughing at me as I made this video, mostly because she finally get to see her youngest son go through the suffering she has to go through every day making our meals. Get a bowl of chickpeas and proceed to wash them down with cold water. Get it to at least where the surface is covering a good portion of the chickpeas, then start filtering the water out. The reason why I chose snow peas as a part of my dish is mostly because I'm a person with a funky digestive system. There are days where my digestive system works right, and there are days where it doesn't. And it's been told that snow peas can actually help improve your digestive system, but also improve your brain health, which is beneficial for me since there are days where my brain is very foggy off of like a long day of studying. Now we got off all the peeling and the bottom sides of the snow peas. Now it's time to dice them like they're onions. Get a carrot and start peeling the skin off. Then start rinsing it off with cold water. Cut it in half and proceed to start making smaller and smaller pieces. The reason why I added carrots to my dish is mostly because I'm a person with a weak immune system, and I usually get sick pretty often, at least once per year or 4 to 6 months per year. And it's been told that carrots actually help you improve your antibodies, but also helps us by giving us vitamin A. And as a person who has a weak immune system, I think the Ball Knowledge fried rice is gonna help me long term. Get a red pepper and cut it in half, and proceed to start cutting it like it's strips. Then stack it on top of each other and start cutting it into smaller and smaller pieces like the red onions. The reason why I chose peppers for this dish is mostly because it's been said that peppers give off vitamin A and vitamin C, but it also helps in inflammation and helps prevent chronic diseases. Get a couple pieces of garlic and start peeling the skin off. And also get a piece of ginger and proceed to carve the skin off with a knife. Then proceed to rinse them off with some cold water for about 1 to 2 minutes. And later place them in the grinder and let them grind for about 10 to 15 seconds. Get some cauliflower, proceed to cut them into smaller pieces. Place them in a bowl and put them over hot water and put some salt to potentially kill off some bacteria lingering within the cauliflower. Wash them thoroughly, then filter the water. Get a pan and proceed to cover it with cooking oil. Then wait for 5 to 10 minutes until it's fully heated. Proceed to add the onions into the pan. Start moving them around with a spatula or a big spoon. And make sure they turn brown. Not fully brown, but at least to the point where you can notice a bit of the onion's color. Then start adding the cauliflower, then the peppers, then the snow peas, and the carrots. Start moving them around thoroughly to properly cook the vegetables. Then add salt to add some flavor. Start moving the veggies around so the salt melts in, adding in flavor. Then add in the crushed garlic and ginger. Proceed to crack open 2 eggs, then start scrambling it. And keep on cooking the vegetables thoroughly. Now add some spicy powder to it so it can give the ball of knowledge fried rice some flavor. Then later on, add the big guns, the rice. Add some soy sauce to add even more flavor. Then add some sesame oil for the finishing touch. And the dish is now complete. That's how you make the ball knowledge fried rice. Fad diets is just a trendy way of people following specific and strict diets of a certain food as a way for them to lose weight. But the issue behind fad diets is that not only you're losing weight at an alarming rate, and it's ideally been told by health professionals that you have to at least lose weight in a 1 to 2 week process. And the issue with fad diets is that it's mostly just a short-term process more than a long-term process. It's easy to gain the weight back than it is to actually lose the weight later on in your life. Another issue with fad diets is that it actually leaves you hungry since you're forcing yourself to eat a little amount of food. The issue is your body and your brain needs energy to function well. So doing that is only just hurting yourself and possibly developing chronic disease or anything long term. Another problem with fad diets is that since you're strictly eating one specific food, you're going to be missing out on the nutrients your body needs from other food groups. For example, if you're eating foods that doesn't have any iron, you might end up suffering iron deficiency.